is our daily dose of DI. Now this came up last night in the Craps chat. So if you watched Craps chat, again, I'm looking at this, we're on August 15th here, 2022. So Craps chat was on August 14th. This topic came up. And we had a couple of guys on the panel who are good shooters of the dice. And this question always comes up. This is one of those kind of common, well, if the casinos believed it, they would stop it. Or do the casinos really believe it? And there's a nuanced answer to this, I believe, okay? The casinos don't care about dice controllers. And they don't care about them because there's a lot of reasons for it. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you could control the dice. Okay, let's go out there with the positive assumption. You can totally do it, right? If you practice, you bought a $5,000 table like I did, and you practice every day for 2 hours like I do, and you did it for 2 years or 3 years like Ed Robinson has done, or like George has done, and you go to the casino, and you can pop them for 15 or 20 or 30 rolls, and you and your buddy can win $5,000 every time you show up, okay? That sucks for the casino. But over the course of 24 hours a day, 10 players at the table, 100 rolls per hour, that doesn't matter. That bites into their profits like nothing. That's like a peanut on a Snickers bar to them. That's zero. They don't care about that. What they do care about is what I said earlier, which is rolls per hour. They want to ensure two things. They want to ensure a random game, and they want to get the rolls per hour in. Okay, so the random different table services, I don't believe the table services are there to combat dice control. I really don't. I think that the table services are what they are for every reason possible. Like my casino has got a glass tabletop with felt on top. Why? Because they shine LED lights through the glass and the green felt lights up when the numbers are hit, which is really a cool experience. That table's hard as a rock. It's like throwing on a kitchen countertop, that table. It's super hard. Other tables, other casinos, they just keep putting layouts on top of the old layout because it's easy, right? Those become bouncier and bouncier over time. It isn't like they're trying to stop you. So I don't use that as an excuse. The alligators, sure, they're there to stop. They're there to stop the sliders, right? And remember, guys used to be able to slide the dice, spin them and slide them on the surface and kind of kiss the back wall and never really go up high. That's what the alligators are for. They're to stop cheating and to ensure some randomness. So do they care about us? No, we don't take enough money if we're actually good at this. Matter of fact, I think a lot of dice controllers lose more money than they win because they overbet their actual ability to control the dice, which is a thing. I think it's a zero-sum game for the casinos. They don't really care. They do not like that we take 9 years to set our dice and get throwing. Some casinos, I think Jeff's local has a 5-second rule. I have seen casinos with signs that say no dice setting allowed. Okay, now you can see a sign that says no dice setting allowed and make this assumption that they think that you're a dice controller and they're going to take all their money. No. Their experience is 100 rolls per hour at an average 3% house edge is X amount of dollars based on their average bet. So you can do the math, right? You're a bean counter, right? 100 rolls an hour, average 3% house edge across all the bets, and average bet size at Casino X is $10. You do the math on what they make per hour with a full 10-person table, okay? If a dice setter is taking 15 seconds to set the dice instead of 5, you go from 100 rolls an hour to 80 rolls per hour. And by taking 20 rolls an hour off of that calculation, their bottom line, they can start see it doing this. They don't care one iota who's betting what. They do care, however, about consistent betting and the size of those bets. Frankly, if a person is setting the dice and doing well, everybody's betting too much money and pressing like maniacs, guess what? They make more money when we all lose. So I don't believe they give a crap at all about it. I think there are measures in place to make sure that the game is random, and dice controllers are practicing to reduce the amount of random. How lightly they hit the back wall and where on the back wall they hit, that's kind of what they're looking for. So it's a game of levels of randomness that it is, but they don't give a shit. They want their rolls. They want money on the table. They want dice in the air. That's what it is for them. And if you're a dice setter, it takes too long. I think that's the number one thing. So they don't care about you. They don't care about you at all. Your money doesn't hurt them, right? The 1 or 2 times a year that, a crew goes out and they burn a table for $35,000 or $40,000, it's rare when it happens. And when it does happen, it means nothing. One table losing $35K, that table makes $500K a day anyway. So what do they care, right? They want the action. As a matter of fact, more people yelling and screaming and seeing a long roll means the next set of suckers walks up and drops all their paychecks out there. So they would rather you do that and have a little bit of success, in my opinion. I think they want the excitement. This is the game that draws them in. So there it is, right? I think that's my take on it. I don't think they care a bit. There's probably some good chat on here too. So yeah, Fives is right. Guys taking so long to set, aggravate everybody else. People want rhythm. People want rhythm. And I think, and I've been at tables, and me, I set the dice, but I set them quick. But God, these guys that set them, and even the random guys that will take a handful of dice and roll them against the back wall 10 times until they see the number they want, they aren't setting the dice. They're trying to knock the sevens out or whatever. That's as annoying, if not more annoying than somebody setting to me. To me, it's all just get your set. If you're a good dice shooter, you should be able to set your dice in a couple of seconds. It doesn't take long to see what's coming from the stick and know what you're going to turn them to and get your dice ready to go like that and be good. Practice that. Practice that. Practice being fast so you don't get the heat. That's if you're going to be a dice thrower, practice your speed and get it done. That way you just avoid it. Make it a non-issue, I guess, as far as I'm concerned. Do dice? No, they don't, Dice Doctor Dan. They don't. Most dice setters don't. Most dice setters who are, especially, God forbid, you are a dice thrower and you're good at it and you get on a roll and you're like roll 12 or 13, they're going up to here, to the ceiling, right? I don't know if it's overbetting your skill or if it's overbetting the roll, but me, I'm typically going to get where I want to get to. Like today, I got to the $100 4 and 10. I took 2 collects on that. I'm like, I'm out. I'm bringing that down again. Reasonable level, lock up my money and roll that way. If I get to a point where I've locked up like a lot of excess profit, I'll then maybe go. There's my thoughts. There's my do they care? They do not care. Just be fast. Keep the rolls per hour going. Keep the dice in the air. Keep the bets on the table. And that's all they want to know. That's all they want to know. All right.